Welcome to this battlefield terrain tutorial. I've got another table set up here for some games of Warhammer 40,000. The idea of this video is just to guide you through the process of setting up this board, all the elements that are involved. I've taken a terrain set that we've used on a number of games, but I've brought it across to one of the newer mats here from gamemat.eu. So we're going to run through step by step. We'll start with the foundation and then we'll work our way through to the finishing touches for this board. And there's no reason why you can't get these kind of setups for your own game or your own games of Warhammer 40,000. So as per usual, I'll leave links below, some for products, others for like tutorials are available on the channel to guide you through the different elements that make up this table. So first up, nice flat gaming surface. And we actually trim our tables and edge them with upside down batter mats. This is actually a batter mat, it's just upside down to give you a nice black edge. Just gives you a real nice finish, especially when you're trying to film. And then on top of that is rolled out one of the 60 by 44 inch battle mats here from gamemat.eu. It's one of the newer mats that's available from them. It's actually double-sided. The design that's on this side of the mat is called Badlands, and then on the other side is Toxic Badlands. So it looks identical to what you have on the other side. Is like the Badlands design with some like toxic spills from green slime and so on that side. You can get this mat just as Badlands, just as an individual single-sided mat if you wish. You can get them in different sizes. You don't have to go for 60 by 44, but that is the regular size currently for your games of 10th edition. Great details in this one. Lovely layers of like natural stone. It's not full-on desert sand, but it's like a sandstone kind of look to it. It looks even better off camera. I'm looking at it here, it just looks really, really good and does match in really nicely with this terrain. So that just gives you a foundation, some brilliant textures going on here with this mat design. The mats are nice and flat, they roll up, they all come with a zip carry case so you can transport them around and store them effectively. Nice and quiet for dice rolling, very figure friendly as well if models fall over, and again just gives you a real nice flat surface that terrain can just go on top nice and level. Then to build up this table is actually filled out really well with one set from gamemat.eu, and that is the industrial terrain set that's available from them. It's one of the larger sets. They do get this large building across here. You get 4 of these, and I've done them in pairs. There's 2 there and 2 across the other side. You get 4 of these really large containers as well, so there's 2 there and 2 across the other side, and then you also get a set of pipes as well. Not all of those, but I think you get 2 or 3 of them in that set from gamemat.eu. And then they're not on the board. We also get I think it's a dozen containers as well as part of that set. And as you can see, if you spread it out, it actually fills out a table quite nicely. There's one individual piece that we've added in that's sold separately, and that is the warp portal. So it's a great piece of terrain, real good focal point. Usually I try and put it in the middle of the board, something really nice key feature to fight over during your games. So I'll leave links for the mat, the terrain set, and the individual piece as well, the warp portal, all from gamemat.eu. We have a discount code with them for 11% off across the store. They are shipping worldwide, and they've recently launched a brand new website, and to celebrate that, if your order comes to over £300, there's a further 5% discount on top of your order as well, so potentially 16% off now across the store, and that's for all of the mats and all of the pre-painted terrain sets from gamemat.eu. So links below for those. Now these have been painted. I've painted these and finished them differently to how they come. They come pre-made, there's no gluing and building to do, it's going to save you a ton of time. They're cast up here nice and solid. They are painted in like a basic colour scheme with some finishing on and so on, but I wanted to colour adjust them to match in with like desert terrain, and also to match in, I found they also match in really well with this. There is a full tutorial for this finish that you can see, this desert kind of effect. I'll show you how to do the chipping and the rusty effects as well. You can see the rust patches perhaps on top of the container, that real natural kind of look with the rust. Same process there on the warp portal, and that process for the finish that you see here is ultra fast. It's really quick. and so you can check out that tutorial. I'll guide you through the whole process. It's using sprays, washes, chipping effect, using the sponge technique, and then the dirty down rust. Brilliant stuff. You can see it there washed in here to create some great rusty effects on your terrain. Very natural looking, and that tutorial guides you through that process. I'll leave a link for that in the video description below. So really that bulks out and finishes off the table. Then really it's accessories which make all the difference. It turns a plain table into something that's got a nice high level of detail, and you really can make it have that nice 40k kind of feel. So things like the Munitorium containers, these are from Games Workshop. I've just dotted those around. It's nice to introduce a few alternate colours just to liven up your board. There's a red one here, stacked up to a Cadian colour scheme ones as well. The pipes, containers, they're all from Games Workshop. This is from Games Workshop. Barricades are from Games Workshop. Just little accessories around the board to finish off the table. And then I've used these walkways here. And I use them in every game. They're so useful for connecting terrain. So now instead of infantry up here, they have to get down, walk across. I just connect terrain pieces together, and you can like set up a whole unit running across. You can walk across, connecting up what would have been separate terrain pieces. You can just connect them with these walkways. I've even made a square one here which sits just perfectly on top of the walk portal. So I'll show you. Walkway comes off, and that just comes off like so. So now all of a sudden you created an extra level, and then connecting it as well just really adds a nice dynamic to your game. So now you've got models that can scale up here and run across the other side. It just creates another layer for your games, adds a lot more interest to your board. They are scratch built. Again, I'll leave a video tutorial link for you in the video description below. They're tricky enough to make, but once you've mastered it, you can just work your way through and make an entire set. It's the same process, same materials for making these propaganda posters, which again, brilliant effect for your boards. And again, it's the same material, same process for making these chain link fences as well. So same materials, same process, but you can come up with 3 different options. And we use them in all of our games. They're a great way of connecting terrain, adding interest to your boards, creating some fences as well. It's a nice finishing touch. And really, that's the board finished. The only thing left is stones and scatter. So you can see them here. These stones I got from a beach. And I use the same spray paints I used for the terrain on the stones. So I put the stones into a tray, spray them with a spray, shake them up, spray them again, and keep going until most of the stones are covered with whatever colours you've chosen. I've also thrown into that bits of spare kit. That's the back of a Razorback Rhino. Cut up, sprayed silver and then rusted up. And you just drop those in. Spare weapons, helmets, accessories like that. Just drop them in. And then you just scatter the stones in places, not all the way around the terrain, but just in blocks around the board, and it just blends the table in. So you've got the 3D terrain, it blends in nicely with the 2D nature of the battle mat. And then finally you can see some dead tower. A lot of Imperial players will be happy, but just some spare models. Just add a nice bit of interest, a bit of a story on your board when you can add in accessories like that. Just helps stir the imagination and creates a nice backdrop for your games. That's the tutorial. You're welcome to copy any and all parts of this. You can get a board looking just like this by using the Battlemat and Terrain from gamemat.eu, and then just those accessories that you can add on top if you wish, so that you can replicate this board for your own battles. Keep a lookout for more videos in this series. Thanks for watching. See you next time.